Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be playing a deck that we played a while ago, but is kind of evolved since then. I was looking on Untapped for some good performing historic best of one decks since the memory lapse and trickery ban, and this Shamans list came up. So Shamans is basically a very linear kind of aggro combo kill deck. That lets you do some really nutty stuff with the inclusion of Harmonic Prodigy. So 2 mana, 1/3, Prowess, which Prowess isn't super relevant in this particular deck. It's more its secondary ability. If a ability, a shaman or wizard you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So what does that mean in this particular deck? Elvish Visionary draws you 2 cards. Burning Tree Emissary adds 4 mana to your mana base. Rage Forger puts 2 counters on each creature, and whenever you attack with a creature with a 1/1 counter on it, it allows you to deal 2 points of damage to your opponent. Seasoned Pyromancer lets you draw 2, discard 2, draw 2, discard 2, and Faceless Agent lets you seek 2 creatures out of your graveyard. The main revision in the deck is we're seeing Faceless Agent in here. It got buffed to be a 2/2 as opposed to a 2/1. This in over Fauna Shaman, which always felt very slow and clunky in the deck. Kind of tying together the deck, we have Llanowar Elves as acceleration, along with a Goblin Anarchomancer. This is a shaman that lets our green or red spells cost 1 less, so it gives us kind of a pseudo-storm type ability on turns 3 onwards. And then finally Collected Company to pull together the deck. We have some Shatterskull Smashings as removal, along with copies of Ramanop Ruins and Haship Oasis. So I picked this up yesterday, ended up going 5-0 really quick with it. Like when it pops off hard as early as turn 3. But we'll play it out, see how it goes. As always, you know, as soon as I start filming the games, I start losing, but we'll see how it goes. It's a fun deck nonetheless, especially if you like to go fast, linear aggro decks. As always, if you do enjoy the content, do drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. All are free and easy ways to help support the channel. We'll be focusing a little bit more on historic just until the release of the new set. Given that, this sounds very good, that the historic qualifiers this month are going to be historic. The historic qualifier. The MIQs are going to be historic. So we could have gone Burning Tree here into Harmonic, but if we could double up the mana, it lets us play some more stuff out. Fabled Passage could be Rakdos here. Jeskai Control. Okay, well. Let's start with this. Let's cast this. I think we just do this turn, draw 2 more cards. So that was turn 3, cast 7 mana worth of spells, draw 4 cards. Could see a sweeper out of them, or could just see the Opus being splashed back. They likely target Prodigy here. So unfortunately we didn't draw another Prodigy. But our hand's still pretty loaded. I think this turn we go BTE, cast Llanowar. So we get blown out by Anger of the Gods, but we have to play like they don't have Anger of the Gods. Because next turn with Rage Forger out, we play pretty well. But when you're playing these linear aggro decks against Jeskai, it's as though they don't have it. That's how you have to treat it. Okay, so we're buying at least a turn here, which is nice. Okay, so we have Collected Company as well. That's a good follow-up play. I think what we're doing here... So we could see a Helix potentially. Yeah. So I'm attacking with the elf because they're likely going to trade with one of my 4/4s. So this gives me a chance. So we just want to dodge a Wrath of God here. Got him. That was turn 3 Magma Opus. Turn 4 they had the Helix. But just being able to punish them there, we saw we drew 5 extra cards in our aggro deck. Where normally, if you get Opused that early in an aggro deck, you're kind of falling behind. Also, just being able to force them to have to trade. No green mana, or no red mana. Okay, that sounds much better. Put an elf back. So it's a little unfortunate just because we don't have a dual land. If we had like Stomping Ground, I could have played this on 2 and then played this as well. Think we go this on 2. 2 of these without like card draw is a little awkward. This could be like mono black control. This way, if I draw a red source, I can play out 2 spells next turn. Well, let's hope no sweeper. I don't think we're terrible into like mono kill your stuff deck. But just this hand didn't really play out. Shamble gambles. I'm taking out my elf there is fine. We're going to be able to do a lot of damage to them next turn. Taking advantage of this now so we get the triggers. Oh, these aren't... Okay, we're dead. I forgot these aren't shamans. That was my mistake. Okay, punt, 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 punt. I don't think we win that game anyways, just given the way our hand kind of came together. But, if those were shamans, I always forget that the card that cares about shamans itself is not a shaman. Should have been a shaman wizard, instead it's a human wizard. playing 75%er. Roberto. Well, normally I wouldn't play this out till after. I don't understand why. We'll take it. Mono red on the play, steal a 3-drop with your thing. I play a BTE and they're like, nope. That's illegal. So the thought there was play the BTE, play the Prodigy, because that way if they kill your Prodigy, you still have a 2-2 to trade. And then just try to get resource efficient there. Opponent goes first. So I think we go a Narcomancer into Prodigy BTE. This looks like black, white, or Abzan humans. I think this is fine. So I can take that. It's a little annoying because that was going to be our removal spell, but the question is, do we trade this turn with Luminarch? I don't think so. Just because it lets us have a bigger turn next turn. See, that seems wrong to me. Because like when you think about it, we're going to make our stuff very big eventually. Okay, so we do need to ding ourselves for one, but I think it's worth it. Okay, so I could Rage Forger, but I think Rage Forgering next turn is better because I get another Changeling out. This lets me seek 2 cards as well, which gives me a little bit of value. Rage Forger, though, makes it harder for them to attack this turn. But I'm not being as mana efficient. I think we still Rage Forger this turn. And then just try to race them. Next turn I can Faceless Agent, go from there. The Lieutenant Pump's gonna be big. Okay, so I have Smashing available. People just want to concede today. See chat, you don't need to actually win the game. You just have to have your opponent that scared. I love how we were at like, we won a game but went down %. I'm actually curious at that because I'm pretty sure we were at 1700. Let me see. Ooh. All right, so let's try this out. We're playing 4 cards on turn 2. Unless they take a BT. No, I'm stuck at 100%. Okay, so they take the Prodigy. Cool. That was my turn 2. Can I just get a land, please? Red land? Red land, Faceless Agent, get me Rage Forger. Okay, so this is non-Citadel sack. They could be on Coco. Oh my goodness. This is silly. This is so silly. So anyways, I'm gonna ruin this whole man's career. This is what I love about this deck. Like, 8 power on turn 2. Opponent took a read through. Let's give this 1 more. So other than that mono black deck that we just never really saw the right combination of cards and I punted. My games have been 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 36 seconds, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 4, 6, 3, 1, 4. And in that span, I'm 9-1 with the deck. Delusions of Grandeur. This hand looks sweet. Okay, so probably Phoenix. Would have preferred to be on the play here. Could see them here. You know what I did wrong here? I needed to shock here on 1 because now, or actually I can. If I shock, I can BTE off the land and then cast Pyromancer. Got that pillar anyways. So they're going for takeoff next turn. So next turn I could Faceless Agent. I can Pyromancer. I think we're going to Season Pyromancer. This could be a Delver version. Probably Phoenix though. Let's start with attacking. I think I will keep Faceless Agent but ditch a land, ditch Elf. If we draw a land now, Prodigy also pops off. Okay, so they're flying now. We have 6 power on board. If they start getting some Phoenix, though, we're in trouble. I really need a land this turn. Stormwing is actually really annoying. Means I can't really attack in this turn. Which we probably have to anyways, though. Let's see what we get here. Let's do this. Trying to get Rage Forger here. Season's not the best. So they can chump 2, but I just got to keep throwing damage at them. They can just kind of pop off. Just not drawing a Rage Forger. This game's been a little awkward. Because that puts them... That's 7. So we need Rage Forger. It's like the only way I could win. They've also not hit Phoenix, so kind of reasonable. Them playing the line there is kind of silly, so they hit me for 9, so it's literally Rage Forger or die. 2, 4... 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I marked just curious to see if I hit it. It was the next card. The next freaking card would have been lethal. Would have been lethal. I mean, can't really do much there. Like, you play to your outs. We got stuck on a land and then just never really saw it. Because if we would have hit the land, we would have been able to do Harmonic Prodigy, BTE into Seek. I still think it was right that turn, ditching the land. There's there is a chance we just hit land. We'll give this a go. These basically replace themselves, which is nice. Even though this is a tap blind. So I can do this. Merfolk. Okay, so untapped land lets us Coco. Could also Visionary into Llanowar as well. This match will be interesting to see how it plays out. The Brazen Borrower or the Trickster. Another Kumena. So no blocks here. Not a huge amount of damage. I think we do this. Just set up Coco next turn. They might have Spell Pierce, so that is something to consider. I'll take the damage here. So this means we can cast Coco for 3. A lot of lands. Okay, so next turn, I think we season Pyromancers. Try to ditch some of these. Hand's not great. I think we just take 3 here. Okay, so it's most likely Collected Company. Let's go BTE. Cast this. Discard probably both of these. Cast Faceless Agent. I think it depends what... Sick. Okay, so we got Rage Forger. I think Rage Forger comes down next turn. Let's do this. So they clearly have Collected Company. Okay, so double Rage Forger. This means these can block, and then next turn we double Rage Forger them. Goal is just stay alive this turn. Cool. I wasn't blocking with that anyways. Because we have a lot of damage getting pushed through next turn. That's an easy block for us. So even this game where we didn't draw like any of our Harmonic Prodigies, anything like that. So do this. Do this. It's a lot of sound effects. Okay, so no Coco, but Trickster. Oh, they did that on 2 of my prodigies. I think we just hold back this turn. Because they've already played 3 Tricksters. I can just get some chumps going this turn. Wow. They've also drawn like crazy. Because, holy shit. Just like all the lords? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 11. Might have been right to attack, but I don't know if this is lethal, but we'll figure it out. Okay, it was lethal. That was a good game. That was a hell of a good game. Lots of back and forth. We kind of flooded there a bit towards the end. But bullying these creature decks. Alright, so how do we finish up with the deck? Ooh, I want to see what my rare auth card was. So 1349. Total went 10 and 2 with the deck. Did it register the last one? Yeah, 10 and 2 with the deck. Losses to Mono Black Control and Izzet Phoenix, which we were literally 1 card off from winning that game. Harmonic Prodigy was the next card. But the deck's sweet. Definitely check it out if you are looking for an aggressively slanted deck for Historic Best of 1. I've really enjoyed it, but anyways, appreciate the support as always. If you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It goes a long way to helping out the channel. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.